Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing Just Our Imagination with our host, Rusty and Lace, Kathy Joe DIY, and our co-host is DIY with Aria. This is a fun group. I love what we do. And we are using clay, wooden beads, and zippers today. So I do molds, and I thought, well, what better than to do some clay? And I pulled out one of my IOD molds, and it was the farm animals, and I thought, okay, I think I could do something cute with this. And I've got a cigar box that I painted green, and then I changed my mind later. But anyway, I'm putting cornstarch in the mold because that helps release it. If you don't put it in there, you'll never get it out. And I used clay once in a while, and luckily enough I had some on hand because it's really good for molds if you want to curve it around something. But the thing about clay is it cracks, and it takes a long time, takes at least 24 hours to dry. And as you'll see later, things break off very easily. So I just tried to glue them back on as best as I could. Okay, I filled all of them up, and boy, the cow, its tail and its legs were just not having it. So neither were the sheep and the pig legs either, but I got those out easily and was able to put them back on. And I copied or did some of these little, I don't know, leaves or whatever they were on this side, little embellishments. I'm putting on some Titebond so they'll stay on there really well. I let them dry 24 hours after I put them on. But clay is kind of brittle. Let's just say I like resin. But it still came out cute. So I'm just trying to get quite a bit on there so it will stick. And I got the little embellishments on. Well, I decided I didn't like it green, and I had painted the animals with a what was it? Crinoline. And I liked the animals, but I didn't like the box, so, and I'd run out of crinoline, of course. So I'm using a provincial. And it looks pretty good, but I do like the animals lighter, so I put this key that I already had made on the side because I'm going to make it look like kind of a box you stand up. Just getting all my sides here. You got to be careful with you got to get a really soft brush to go in the clay so you don't break something off. A couple of times I did. This is a piece of resin I had that I was going to put on the backside just to make it look more complete. And I just clipped it off. Used my tin snips to clip off the end of it. Little mark there where I need to clip. And some hot glue to put it in place. The embellishments on the side are clay. It's just the key in the middle wasn't. But these are things I already had made. I didn't make them. Now I decided it needed a little knob, so I had these buttons. I think I got them on Amazon. And I stacked a couple and then put a smaller one on top. Now I was trying this Paint Couture glaze and stain that said it was a verde. Verde means green. It didn't look green to me. It looked really black. It was a little thicker too than I was a little worried about all the clay. So I just kind of wiped it back. Yeah, see, it just looks dark. It doesn't look a green. Doesn't look like a green. Oh yeah, and it did break one of the little points off. So I pulled out the Chalk Couture brown sugar glaze. It's very thin, and so it goes on very nice. Doesn't go on as dark wax, but it goes on very nice. Just gives you a little antiquing. So I was rubbing that spot, hoping I could get it to come up, and it kind of did. It kind of faded away a little bit. And I'm just going to glaze the rest of the box. And I used a very soft brush to do it, not a stiff one. When I'm doing dark wax, I use a really stiff brush. And I decided against that. I thought, no, that'll be a disaster. So I'm just wiping back, glazing the one sides, and then I'll go ahead and wipe it back. And I was trying to do it ever so carefully. Oh, glue strings. Now I took a little bit of that Verde glaze to make the other corner look the same and put a little that dark wax over there, or that dark glaze. And then just touched up the legs and highlighted the animals a little bit. And there it is, all done. Project number 2. As much as I've ever used beads, I don't know why this project was so hard to come up with something with beads. Maybe it's because I've made so many things with beads, I don't like to create things again. So I thought, let's do a little stands, little risers. So I found these 2 pieces of wood in my stash, and I painted them with liquid patina. That's like kind of a Mod Podge. Any kind of sealer would do, but you have to paint beforehand when you're doing a transfer. These are IOD transfers, and unless you're doing it on glass, but otherwise really paint some sort of decoupage medium or sealer. I guess a spray varnish should work before you use your transfers. I decided to leave the wood natural. I kind of liked it. And it's got the bark around the edge. So what I do, if you haven't seen me before, I put the transfer down and I use the stick that comes with all the transfers. You can see I've used this one for other things too, like mixing paint. Of course, when I need one, I can't find one, and I know I've got a zillion of them. So anyway, you rub it down and it starts looking more opaque, and you lift it as you go, and voila, it's down. And I went through trying to decide if I wanted to do animals or birds or mushrooms or what. And I saw these strawberries and I thought, oh, I have a bunch of strawberry vases and different things I put out in summer. I haven't gotten them out yet, but this would look really cute with the whole decorating. What's nice about the transfers is this was a great big picture, and I could cut it up to size it. And I don't care if part of the leaves weren't on there. And I cut up like just single strawberries and stuff too. Just giving it a little burnish with the carrier sheet. I think it looks cute with the natural wood. And I'll add some more different strawberries on there. So I think I added 4, 2 on the one, and 2 on the second one. Just trying to decide where I want to put it. Up there, no. You should really know where you're going to put it before you take the back off. Now this one was just some little buds of strawberries that I put up there. Now I've got these great big wooden beads. And I think I might have gotten them from Temu, I'm not sure. I've had them for quite a while. Sure I had something in mind for them, but I haven't used them yet, so I thought, yeah, these will work. And then I decided to raise the one up even more and stack the beads on one to make it too high. I tried to get it carefully in line so everything would stack up. Wouldn't put anything heavy on it though. I don't think I'd trust it to do that. There. Now I'm sealing it, putting some liquid patina sealer on it. Excuse me. And there it is, finished. Project number 3. This is the zipper project, and I was very excited to do this one. I thought it'd take a long time, but it didn't. So I found some old felt I've had for ages, and I decided, I wanted it. This is really thin felt, and I wanted it thicker. So I decided to cut 2 pieces, and I was sketching out this little cat. I'm going to cut it out, use it as my pattern. I had some cute ideas on Pinterest. And Brenda said they had some cute ideas on Pinterest, so she made me go over there and look. She twisted my arm. No, not Brenda. Brenda doesn't twist people's arms. She's a sweetheart. And I got this box of zippers and, 2 boxes of different colors. Because I went to Michael's and they only had ones with the polyester. I wanted ones with the metal zippers. I didn't want the polyester ones. I wanted to stand up and be able to be seen. So I found these in my stash and I thought, oh, this will go good. And I took the plaque off. And I put a little glue on with the first piece. And put it on. And I glued down the second piece. I'm using, there's the first box, it's very colorful, and there's the second box, it's more neutrals, browns, blacks, the white. So I decided to use the white, or the off-white. I pulled out, there were, I think, 2 in each box, and I'm cutting the end part off so I can take the zipper right off. And I'm cutting down the sides. Close, but not all the way to the middle. I've seen people make roses with them and other flowers with them. This one I wanted close, but I wanted the teeth to stand up. So I used hot glue, and it worked pretty good, but then it kind of showed in some spots. So I need to have a really fine, I think, hot glue gun tip. I was just going around the outside, trying not to burn myself, but I wanted to get in there very close so the finger protectors wouldn't really work. That's when my nails come in handy. Okay, now I'm trying to do the feet, and they were a little off, but that's okay. It's just trying to clip a little bit of glue that got kind of crazy there. Now going up and around the other foot. And sorry, my battery died. So then I took the spare piece that was on the end of where the feet were and brought it up to do the tail. And I took a piece of the zipper and I wrapped it, coiled it, wrapped it, and put it in there for the tail. Then I took some puffy paint and made his face and did his ears and the feet, and then I went around the outside, and then I gave him a little heart. So I'm sorry you didn't get to see how I did that. Oh, I hate that when my battery dies. Well, I thank you for watching, and here's our final reveal. I hope I see everybody again really soon. Bye for now.